Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tetris, the Grandmaster block, or TGM block. You're going to hear TGM a lot from here on out. I am Mackie.
I'm EricICX.
I'm JBroms.
And I'm Switch Palace Corner, or SPC.
And today, you are going to see two of the Tetris, the Grandmaster game, including the first one, Tetris, the Absolute Grandmaster 2 Plus, push start 1 credit. I'm not making the name. Well, for now, we're going to see how much it is a spiritual successor to Sega Tetris. We'll talk a little bit about it when we get started, but also it is a speedrun, as you can see with the little timer that's below on our screen, Eric and I. So yeah, this is going to be super exciting. It's going to be very high intensity, very high speed, and sometimes some little gimmicks. We'll get to that when we get there. But I think in the meantime, all of us, are we ready to do this?
Yep, ready.
Is the crowd ready? Okay, they're more than ready. They're very ready. I think we can start.
Put credits in?
Yes, I will put the credits. Okay, so,
right.
And I think we can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so Tetris the Grandmaster used to be, well, kind of a spiritual successor to a game called Sega Tetris. So if you're wondering, this game actually, well, the game of Tetris needs no introduction and was introduced in Southeast Asia through arcades, where Sega had the license and managed to make, well, their own version of Tetris that is now commonly referred to as Sega Tetris. What you're seeing now takes huge inspiration from that game in the sense that the color code of the pieces, the rotation system, all of that stuff is basically like almost identical or like definitely inspired upon and like improved. But there is a huge difference, which is the level counter that you can see. Basically, at the bottom right of every screen, you can see a little thing that says level, 83 or like something out of 100. And every time a piece spawns or every time you clear a line, basically that counter goes up by 1. So right now, the idea is to reach 999 levels in, well, a good enough time. I guess for reasons that we won't get into in much detail, we're trying to aim for just an innocent number of like 8 minutes and 45 seconds. No reason. But one of the bigger things is, like, this is called Tetris the Grandmaster, and I didn't talk about it yet. Like, what is happening? What's the grade of Grandmaster? Because you can get a grade of Grandmaster. In the first game, it's somewhat accessible, but after a while, it gets pretty wild. For the second and the third game, this is actually going to be a lot more complicated as time goes on. And right now, basically, we can't explain everything, but I am, and I'm sure any other player is, looking at the number of Tetris that I'm making per section and my time per section, because there is a fixed time requirement for us to get the grade of Grandmaster. I hope everybody is enjoying the little bleep bloops. There's going to be a lot of these.
Every sound in this game actually corresponds to your next piece.
Yes. And there is some element of psychology that says that you're supposed to react better if it's sound. But I think not everyone can identify the sounds of all the pieces. But we'll say that we are and that we're using sound because that's much cooler that way.
It might not be true.
I think I'm a bit off on timer or probably Tetris. It is kind of difficult, and you see pretty much a variety of players here. You get people, well, also a variety of conditions because we had a couple of controller mishaps before the run started.
Yeah, I'm actually playing without one of my buttons, so.
there are two rotation buttons that do the same thing, and we're kind of using this to do 180s. Eric currently doesn't have access to that button, so that makes things a bit more complicated for sure. Also, we don't have a commentator, so if you see something hype, then probably one person will agree with you among all the runners, and the other ones will have not really a clue what's happening. But I think we're slowly but surely going into the second half of this game, which is called the 20G section, because it refers to infinite gravity. And like so far, this kind of takes inspiration from Sega Tetris, which is like the pieces start falling much, much, much faster. But once they reach the ground, you can still manipulate them a little bit. You do have a little bit of time to rotate them and do all sorts of things. This was kind of novel at the time. So I think there was a sick recovery.
Yeah, it's hard to pay attention to the other games.
Yeah, I can't really attest to that, but I'm pretty sure this was really, really good. There are a lot of recoveries in this game. And there we have it, the infinite gravity on Eric's side.
Yep, I've also just hit it at 500.
Nice, okay. And really, from here on out, what you're going to see is basically the line clear animation is also going to get shorter. The entry delay of the next piece is going to get shorter. Pretty much everything that can speed up the game is going to be sped up and is going to be shorter. And near the end, you're going to see basically like the last section from 900 to 999. We'll pretty much test your reflexes. For us, it should be doable, but there are many ways that this can basically go super, super wrong.
Come on, give me the eyepiece.
Yeah, we still need, from here on out, one Tetris per section. So,
Okay,
yeah.
give it to me now. How about that?
Oh, wow, it worked. Sometimes, well, you still have to ask nicely, I guess. It's still important, but...
Yeah, this game has a decently nice randomizer where it tries not to go too long, but it can still be a bit much.
Yeah, it's still an arbitrary amount of time. This could still, like, you could still spend way too much time trying to get there. And right now, my grade, I believe, is way too low. I'll just keep going and chill and have fun.
Yeah, I'm also not sure how I'm doing on the requirements.
Yeah.
I think I missed one of the Tetris ones, maybe.
I'd miss the time check for sure.
We'll find out later.
But yeah, for sure, definitely not super easy, not very marathon safe. And Eric casually doing some insane stuff. I think you're gonna be fine. Oh my gosh.
Not to put too much of a damper on that, but I did miss one of the Tetris requirements too.
Oh no.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're kind of talking at the same time. Like, there's a lot of things that are happening right now. So if, you know, it gets a little slower or whatever, we apologize. It's, we're trying to make it cool and entertaining.
I think this still looks decently fast to me. I don't know about everyone else.
Yeah, I think it's quite fast. I mean, we got some people who actually hold, well, some of the fastest times in the world, including some world death mode world record holder, SBC.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, well.
Can I get 2 more Tetrises? No, I probably can't.
Okay, something has to be said though. Whenever we get to 900, if the pieces start doing something very funny in relation to if you can see them or not, we are probably going to demand silence.
All right, I've just finished. We'll see here. Oh, yep, okay. Yeah, you might notice my stack looks a little weird.
What do you mean, a little?
I can't quite put my finger on it. I might as well just keep playing.
But I want to see. Okay, this looks... I should have been faster so that I could have seen
Top out for me.
SPC.
Oh,
Grandmaster.
yeah.
And unfortunately for me, the grade is S8, which is shy of the highest grade in the game, S9. And so that means I couldn't quite get to the M roll, the infamous invisible roll, as you've seen it. But, you know, it got there. And we got a Grandmaster. Congratulations, SPC.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if they just saw that menu mishap, but this game actually is on PS4. For a long time, it's been on extremely expensive arcade hardware only, but we finally got a proper port. So
Yes.
Yeah, you basically have two choices if you want to play this game. You could either spend like $600 on an arcade board, or you could buy like this $8 port on PS4 and Switch. I would highly recommend it. Not biased.
I mean, that definitely eased up a lot of the setups, and the tech team was very, very nice and accommodating. However, I think it is time to go fast. And so, you've seen, you know, the ending, the levels were getting to 900, and the speed and the frame data was going insane. Very, very fast-paced. But we're going to go even faster now, with this little addition to the plus version of the game, which is death mode. And there isn't much to explain. We might actually not speak a lot. And you'll see why. Well, I guess we can start the little death mode. Yeah, we can see death mode is on the screen, the timer. Is everyone ready here?
Ready.
Yeah.
And I believe the crowd is ready. It's time to start some death mode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right.
Oh, I just immediately tried to use my missing button.
Well, it's good that it happened at level 4 instead of level 998.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, this mode of the game, you can see it's already at maximum gravity. The pieces are basically spawning at the bottom of the field, like it was for the second half of Master Mode. But we actually need to play super fast, not just because we like speedrunning, but also because there is a time requirement that is an incredible run killer, which is, well, on top of the game being extremely hard at this speed. But we need to reach level 500 in under 3 minutes and 25 seconds. And yeah, it's possible, but obviously, like, it can happen in a variety of ways that at some point you just do something weird, or there are ways that you can actually get accidentally slowed down by the game. And well, obviously you need to stack super fast, which is what you're seeing here, basically. To the point where people take some risks. I believe some risks were taken by the crowd reaction. And yeah, it is definitely, in some ways, the purest form of Tetris. There's no Tetris requirements. The score doesn't matter. You can do singles, you can do all sorts of stuff. But the thing that really matters is just you put the block. You put the block and you do it as fast as possible. And after a while, well, you're just at level 300. Level 300 is the biggest jump in speed curve. I think you're seeing it on Eric's screen. And from here on out, I think we will probably be a lot more silent because, yeah, we kind of need to focus a little bit on this.
It's okay if I read donations while you're doing it?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
We got a lot of love from the Tetris community here. We've got $25 from Jackanoid. Shout out to my fellow Grandmasters for the Tetris Grandmaster exhibition. This is a wonderful community to be a part of, and with TGM4 on the horizon, the saga continues. I do want to give a piece of advice for our runners today. Just stack cleaner and faster. Good luck, and hope everyone enjoys some crazy Tetris.
It really is that easy.
Just stack cleaner and faster, guys. You can do it.
We had $113.30 from Poochie.exe. Had to donate for TGM. I can't believe it's been 10 years since the first TGM showcase at GDQ. It's amazing how our little community has grown, and now we have a whole new generation of runners knocking it out of the park. Best of luck. I know you'll make us all proud. Yeah, y'all.
All right, so I just got the M grade, and I'm not sure if SBC got it too. But what that means is that I got past the time requirement, and basically all I have to do is get to level 999 now. Well, I say all I have to do. It's still incredibly difficult.
I'm gonna get some more donations. We've got $200 from Eon. Great to see TGM's 2 and 3 back at GDQ again. Good luck to JBroms, SPC, EricICX, and Mackie. I wish I could be there with you. Some advice to the runners: you just need to stack cleaner and faster.
If you can't tell, stack cleaner and faster is a bit of a meme in our community.
And a little art here. $10.
There was a swap. Actually, it's Eric play. Yeah,
All of our hopes are on Eric.
That's more like it.
And if you didn't know, Eric has won the Classic Tetris World Championship before.
Yes.
Classic Tetris is too easy. I graduated to TGM. Just kidding.
No, for sure. Trying to. Wow. Yeah.
See, you can see how easy it is to just lose control.
Yeah, the frame data is basically like barely playable for the pieces, and on many accounts, it's very possible that you lose control of the pieces and they start sliding everywhere.
Yeah, you have about a quarter second of active control, and if you miss that quarter second, you're going to start putting inputs God knows where.
Yeah. Yeah, if your flat screen at home has a little bit of lag, then by the time you realize this, you're probably locking the next piece. It's nice. Okay.
I regret nothing.
All right, down to the last section of the game. This is looking great.
And remember, all he has to do is survive.
It's easy. Everyone can do it, right? Right? Oh,
That's
yeah.
just hands out GMs.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Eric.
Woo!
I believe that's a world record for broken C button death mode.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Congratulations. That was very, very impressive.
That's actually a reverse of what I was expecting in practice. I was expecting to top out and get GM grade in Master, and I actually I didn't get GM grade in Master, but I got GM in Death.
Yeah. Now, TGM do be like this sometimes. You just don't get to choose what is going to happen, especially if you just play one game. It is very marathon unsafe to play, and yeah, I guess we're definitely glad to have gotten you 2 GMs, one for Master and one for Death.
Yeah.
Yep.
Realistically, that's about all we could expect.
And now, we are going to go through a little bit of a break. We're going to just rearrange some things and show you the next game, Tetris the Grandmaster 3 Terror Instinct. You will know why that subtitle. And welcome back. it's still me, Mackie. It's still you, Eric.
Yep, it's still me.
It's,
I think. I don't know.
It's unclear. Everything will get very, very unclear as we get into the meat of what is the Grandmaster 3 Tetris Terror Instinct. Push start button, free play. But at the same time, I believe that there are, if you've seen so far, you will see that there are many different new little mechanics. We'll get to that thanks to our lovely commentators, JBroms and SPC. For now, just a little explanation. I am actually going to retrieve an account on this console.
Do you want my account, maybe?
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, so I can't log into my account because the password requires a button combination. My dead button is one of the buttons. Cryptology might actually crack this password in a couple of tries, but this is all very secure. Absolutely and
not.
we got to start counting down because there's an automated countdown. This is an arcade game, so
yeah.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, because this is an arcade game, they don't want you to just sit at the machine and not do anything because you're costing them money because they're operating the game. So it sort of moves you along. Even the menus are fast-paced. You can't relax for a moment.
That is very true, yeah.
So the most immediate difference with this game that you're going to see is the fact that there's 3 previews and a hold box, when the last game we were just playing simply has 1 preview and no hold at all. That allows you to do a lot more advanced stuff. You can see a lot more in terms of planning for the future. But in terms of the difficulty, they actually had to make this game much, much faster because they gave you those tools to play faster.
Yeah, so what we're playing right now is the master mode. This is like sort of the main mode. Similar to in TGM2, the goal is just to survive to level 999 while clearing a lot of Tetrises and going as fast as you can. But again, it does get a lot faster because of the tools it gives you. And I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes it's saying cool at the bottom of the screen. It sort of tells you if you're doing a good job as you go. If you do a bad job, it'll say regret. So it just sort of makes fun of you live.
That cool is also telling you that you've hit the intermediate time checks to eventually get the invisible roll at the end of this game as well. Now, one of the things about this game compared to TGM2 is it actually has quite a bit more input lag. We're not actually sure why it has so much more, but one of the most unfortunate things about the input lag in this game is that it's not entirely consistent. Depending on when in the frame you press a button, it will either resolve 4 frames later or 5 frames later. That inconsistency actually makes a lot of moves that you can do in TGM2 just completely impossible in TGM3, and it requires a very different stacking style to accommodate.
Yeah, unfortunately they forgot to port this one. We're still on the $1,000 arcade hardware.
And it's quite temperamental.
Both players keeping the stack very clean so far.
We're stacking cleaner and faster.
Yep, you love to see it.
They gave you the tools to stack cleaner and faster, and you're stacking cleaner and faster?
Seems good to me.
So in the previous game, in the master mode, the instant gravity didn't start until 500. But this game, actually, if you're playing well enough, it decides you deserve it early. It's like, okay, this player knows what they're doing. We'll just move it up to 300. So you'll see that they actually already have it.
And that's because if you hit the intermediate time checks, you literally skip hundreds of levels of the speed curve.
Jump in with a donation while you're playing right now. So
Go for it.
Got some love for you guys. We've got some friends here who say, oh, I just had it. $50 from Milla. It has always been a treat to watch extremely talented players like EricICX, JBroms, SPC, and Mackie play the hardest version of Tetris out there. Been a fan of the game for many years and hope to be for many more. Go Runners! This one's from Ploff27, $100. I saw the first TGM block back in 2015. In the time since, I've become a Grandmaster in TGM1, and I'm working on
nice.
Grandmaster in TGM2. Good luck to all runners. I'm too scared to try TGM3 yet.
Completely understandable.
Yeah, it's fair. I didn't play TGM3 for a single second until my 4th year of having played this series.
If you look over on the side of either of their stacks, you'll notice there are ST and SK medals. Those stand for section time, and it doesn't actually stand for skill for the SK medal, but you'll get that from getting a lot of Tetrises.
Yeah, it stands for Sugoi Kakui.
What he said.
Is it true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I hope I got that cool. Let's see. Yeah, I got it.
Look,
Sometimes they don't appear until like nearly the very end of the section.
yeah. And sometimes it displays ones that don't actually mean you made it if it displays early. It's all very cryptic.
Okay, so at this point, we just passed the final cool in the game. If I get this cool,
Ooh,
which I think I
Comet.
did. Yeah, I did.
The shooting
Then-
star means nothing, by the way.
Yeah.
And that means we are going to see invisible Tetris at the end of this game. While the credits are rolling, please remain as silent as you can because I need to focus. One, two, three, four, five, Oh, and the music restarted.
Yeah, I have no idea where I am on the credits.
You were like
Oh.
66% of the way in, I think.
Yeah, unfortunate, but yeah, we got.
Yeah, you got there.
That was a very clean invisible roll played out by Eric.
Yeah, it was
He
really
was counting
clean. And,
Tetrises during it.
yeah. So basically, this game is so sadistic, it grades you on how well you do in the invisible credits roll. So, so basically, to get the Grandmaster grade, I needed to fulfill a set of conditions, including getting the roll, and I also needed to get at least 6 Tetrises in the roll with no, at least, and then I could get something lower if, say, I got more lines in the roll or something like that. So we would have seen Grandmaster come up on my screen if I was logged into my account, if this friggin' button wasn't dead. But I'm glad we got to see what we did, which is Master M, which is the highest possible grade we could have possibly seen.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you have to pass an exam on the account to earn the right to get GM grades. So that account, because it wasn't qualified, the most you can get is Master M.
Yeah.
All right, and I think now the game is gonna get crazy.
Yeah, we've gotten a clear on every mode so far. How are we feeling about continuing that streak on this last one?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
It's going to be a big ask.
I have a dead button. Yeah, that's a big ask.
Yeah, the final mode actually doesn't have an exam system. We can get the highest grade if we just are like really stacking cleaner and faster. But unfortunately, it's going to be a big ask. The final section in that game mode is actually going to get insane. And that's not even talking about the rest, which is the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert, there's more than 999 levels.
Ooh. All right. Well, no more spoilers. I am starting my account again.
All right.
Can I get one donation in while you're getting started?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
$75 from Partyman X. Love to see a good Tetris block. I'm a real big fan of T, J, L, and I blocks. I'm clapping and giggling like a baby whenever they show up on the screen. The GDQ TGM showcases are also fun to watch. Hope to see everyone simply stack fast and clean. TGM crew forever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
thank you for your donations. They're much appreciated.
All right.
I believe we're going to get started.
Yeah, let's let this time out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Shirase mode.
So Shirase is TGM3's speed mode. It's similar to Death mode in that it starts at 20G and it's incredibly fast. But there's a lot more, like, I guess, gimmicks that you'll see in Shirase as the game goes on, as well as the fact that there's 300 additional levels. Shirase goes to level 1300.
Not spoilers. But yeah, this mode will get a lot faster than Death because, again, they give you those tools to handle it. The 3 previews and hold lets them really push the limits.
You can already see right now this is going bananas, so to speak.
There is an intermediate time check at level 500, similar to Death mode. In this game, it's 2 minutes and 28 seconds. And if you're not stacking cleanly and fast, you will probably miss it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just saying that's 57 seconds faster than the previous game.
Yeah, in the previous game, the time requirement was immense, but also a good source of you not making it was just topping out. Here, you have a lot of tools to not immediately top out, but you will need to really book it and get a lot of Tetrises, namely because of bonus levels, actually.
Yeah, in this game, unlike the last game, it actually gives you, instead of giving you 1 level per line clear, it actually gives you more if you get a Tetris. So stacking cleaner and faster is even more important.
Similar to Death mode, when you hit level 300, there's a gigantic speed increase.
Gonna happen a little bit here with one more donation.
Yeah, go for it.
We got $25 from Nexlation. I remember watching the AGDQ 2015 TGM VOD and the SGDQ 2016 TGM runs live. I was so happy when TGM 1 and 2 reported to PS4 and Switch so I could become a Grandmaster myself. May the stacks be clean and the Tetris Super Drink bring special powers. What is the Tetris Super Drink?
It's the official Tetris wine mixed with the official Tetris G Fuel powder.
Unfortunate
That's
top
gamer
out for
fuel.
Mackie.
I'm not gonna be able to talk a lot. I need to focus in these levels.
Yeah, Eric is over
Go
level
ahead.
500 at this point, and when you pass level 500, the game will actually start cloning the bottom row and feeding you garbage.
Yeah, I don't know if
see
you
that?
can even see it because he clears it so fast.
Yeah,
But you see
there's
that
one.
gray row? It clones the bottom row. So if you make like an unclean stack, it just duplicates the mess.
We will see the next gimmick when we cross into level 999 into the thousands.
Yeah, good cleanup. He's in good position now.
Enjoy the music, too.
Yeah, the music is crazy in this game. All right, 900. Once you get to 1,000, the cloning of the bottom row stops.
And you'll see why it stops.
Yeah, it stops for a very good reason.
So normally when we play this game, we're seeing the color of the next piece out of the corner of our eye. We're not looking directly at the top of the stack. That information will be important in a minute here.
So you might notice something a little different about the blocks.
Yeah, let's remove something.
Dang it. Yeah. It just goes to show how hard this mode is. I lost control for like half a second and I was just done.
Yeah.
Still to
Yeah,
this day,
it's
nobody
very
has managed to
unforgiving.
finish it on GDQ.
Yeah.
Same here. This mode is definitely, well, it's incredibly rigid. The most rough part is definitely the colorless block part.
Yeah.
Was actually going to go a lot crazier in terms of speed near the end. And yeah, definitely one of the many reasons why this is regarding as the whale of GDQs.
You made it past 999, so you would have cleared it if the game design was reasonable.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You can
didn't
see
say it.
you can see I've cleared it on the top. So
It can be done, believe it or not.
It is possible, and I can't believe that. But yeah, that's definitely it. I think that's about it for
I think
TGM
there's-
actions.
Yeah, there's one last detail, which is if you were looking at that Shirase and you thought it looked really easy, you need something a little bit harder. It's not a big deal at all. They're actually finally going to release TGM4. They've been working on it for like 20 years, and it's coming next year, so look forward to that.
no, it's actually coming this year apparently.
Oh,
We've
yeah,
been
this
told
year.
by the end of March.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, if you enjoyed this game and you would like to, get a little more acquainted with this, we have the Absolute.Plus Discord, which contains basically a lot of needs, a lot of guides, resources, advice, feedback, and well, are nice. We play a game that's called Terror Instinct, but we don't bite. And really, we absolutely love this game. We're glad that we got to show to all of you a little bit of that beauty, a little bit of that craziness, for sure. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
I think they did.
Thanks for having us on today. Hopefully
Yeah.
next time I play, I'm back with a button that's not dead.
I think that's gonna be it.
All right.
JBroms, maybe you wanted to say something?
I mostly just wanted to give a shout out to all of my friends online, on Discord, on Strava. I wanted to say that Strava segments are just speedrun categories for athletes.
Oh, you got a few in the crowd.
All right, and that's going to be it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It will be time. We will come back next mission, but in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the marathon. Goodbye.